Hey guys, today I am very excited to talk to you about Wolfman. This movie hits theaters January 17th, and this is a great way to kick off 2025. This film is so good. Now, I gotta tell you, I've been a fan of Leigh Whannell for some time now. As most of you know, if you've been around my channel for a while, you know I love the Saw franchise, which he kicked off. And I loved The Invisible Man as well. So I was really excited to see him tackle another Universal monster in Wolfman. But of course, he finds a way to do it in a completely unique way, very similar to how he did with The Invisible Man. That was definitely a very unique take on that character, and he does the same thing with Wolfman. It's very, very unique. We really haven't seen a Wolfman like this before. From beginning to end, I'm on the edge of my seat. I went through wave after wave of emotion, okay? It's a very emotional movie. It's terrifying. There are jump scares. There are moments that you want to you're almost want to throw up. There's some gore in there, which I love when gore gets done right, and gore gets done right in Wolfman for sure. But there's moments of it's sad and tragic and devastating. The transformation of Christopher Abbott from man to wolf. Spoiler alert, I guess, but we all knew this was coming, guys. So the transformation is so slow and so cryptic and so devastating because you do see Christopher Blake, his character, still in there. The eyes are there and you see it slowly transforming, right? And he doesn't know what's happening. He's confused. His family is confused. They don't know what's happening. There are moments when they can't understand him and he can't understand them. And the way Leigh portrays this with the filming, there's this, I guess you would call it perspective filming, where you can see stuff through the Wolfman's eyes and then you see stuff through his family eyes. And they literally, it turns the camera. And in speaking with them and interviewing them, which I have the interviews up here now, so be sure to check those out, I learned that was actually on set. They really physically turned the camera. They changed the lights so that it had this UV-esque, way. It's almost, it's hard to explain because you're basically seeing it as an animal would see it. It's wolf vision, quote unquote. And the way they did it, the way they handled it practically, with so many practical effects, honestly, throughout the entire film, is what makes this so good. Because to be able to pull off a movie like that with effects like that in 2025 is extremely impressive. This entire cast is great. It's a very, very small cast. Essentially, we mainly have three people, right? You have Christopher Abbott, you have Julia Garner, and then you have Matilda Firth, who plays their daughter. And she's so good in this. She's incredible. She gives me chills. There's moments where her performances brought me to tears. Julia's performances brought me to tears. There's so much I love about this, and it truly is tragic. It is treated, the way Leigh Whannell treats this is this is a disease. This is a disease that is taking over your body. It is changing you into something that people can't recognize, that you yourself almost don't recognize. You don't understand it. You're playing with a lot of emotions inside. You don't really get it, and it's so good. There's so much about this movie, and the sound design is incredible because this really is three characters, more or less. Of course, there's a creature, animal stalking them, hunting them, but it is them in a farmhouse trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Okay, and it's so good. There are moments where I had literal goosebumps. I was literally on the edge of my seat. There were times where I was literally like this. There was so much happening. And it's such an emotional journey. Like I said, it's sad, tragic, devastating, and it's scary. And there's so much of that wrapped into one. I was overwhelmed with emotions in a really good way. This is a movie that is going to stick with me for a long time. There are certain scenes that I have yet to get out of my head, and I saw it over a week ago. I loved this movie so much. It does not surprise me. And Leigh Whannell has mentioned that he would love to tackle Jekyll and Hyde. He told me that. And you know what? I would love to see it. I can't even imagine what his take on this would be. I just really enjoy how he brings a uniqueness to things. And this is a character, this could have been, we've seen the Wolfman. We've seen werewolf transformations a million times. And he did something unique with every little aspect of this film. I highly recommend checking it out in theaters. You're going to want to be there with the collective audience, really fully immersing yourself in it and really, really reacting to things alongside others. I can't wait to see it again. I'm dying to see it again. It's so good. There's so much I loved about this. It's the perfect combination of emotional and terrifying and sad and tragic. If by the time you got to this review, you have already seen Wolfman, let me know what you thought down below in the comments. If not, let me know if you're excited for it. Are you going to be checking it in theaters? Why or why not? But honestly, this is a great kickoff to 2025 in terms of films. Like I said, I can't wait to see it again. I loved this movie. I really have no notes. I was obsessed from beginning to end, really invested in this story, and I cannot wait to revisit it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks. I'll see you next time.